Dude, tonight's hunt was intense. I went down to Public this morning at 9 o'clock to go walk around for a couple hours. I found the spot on Google Earth I'd never been, and it looks like a strip of um, oaks in the middle of a ton of bedding, pines, clear cuts, this and that. So I went walking for about 20 minutes, and when I almost get to the oaks, it's at like 10 o'clock. It sounds like 20 guys walking through the woods. So I sneak around. I think it's deer. I sneak around trying to cut them off, and I'm looking on the other ridge. I see doe, 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 doe. And I try to cut them off, and then they start trotting, and I see, man, it had to be 8 doe, and then the last one, I swear it was a buck. So they go running off, and I go sneak in there, and dude, the amount of sign was insane. Fresh scrapes. The place was completely tore up. There was legit acorns everywhere in this little patch with bedding all around. It was a honey hole. So I go back this evening. It's saying a southwest wind, which I could play a crosswind there, but it was pushing it. Get there, get up in my tree, and it's just blowing southeast the whole time, right up the ridge. And you could tell as soon as the doe come where I thought they were gonna come from, they get over that ridge and they completely stop and they freeze for about 5 minutes, and then they turn around and run away. And I was just pissed, man. It stayed southeast the whole time. But anyways, they circle around. I see 10 minutes later, I'm looking through my binocs, and I find the doe. They're trotting at an angle kind of away from me. I'm watching a couple doe go through, and then behind them, way far away, about 100 yards away, I thought I saw a buck. I lose the doe, and then that 6-point comes out, and I'm watching him for about, 20 minutes. He's at like 80 yards, but through all that thick stuff. And as I'm watching them on the camera, 6 doe come up behind me. They work their way behind me, and they're walking behind me at 20 yards, but I couldn't move the camera because that buck was in front of me. So I couldn't get it on video, but watch that 6-point. He doesn't do, man, he's just feeding, chilling, but his nose is in the air. You could tell he smells something, man. It wasn't a heavy wind, but it was just enough to get up over that hill, and he knew something was up, so he never worked his way down. He walked away. 30 minutes later, 2 more doe come through, which I got on video. And I'm thinking, man, this buck, I hope this buck is following them, because the wind, they were finally behind my wind. Nothing comes through. There's about 30 minutes left of light, and I'm watching the horizon, and I see a grass moving. And I look with my binocs, man, I just see a clump of grass moving, and all of a sudden, this 8-point stands up. He had been bedding there exactly where that 6-point was. Stands up. I can't get him on video very well. I got a glimpse of him, but he ended up being pretty nice, man. And same thing, nose in the air, just enough wind to where he could pick me up, man. And he just chilled in there for about 5 minutes and then slowly walked away. I was blown, but I know where there's bucks, and I got all day Saturday to hunt. You know where I'm gonna be, man. That might be my last hunt of the season, and I might knock one down the last day. I can't wait to get out there.